EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. So good to have you on board with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here. Greg, you look at the marquee, and it's a lot of offensive stars here. I'm looking at the other side. Defenses better show up here if you want to walk out with a win.
Yeah, I think the burden, of course, lies on the players, particularly the players in the secondaries of both of these teams. They're going to have moments where they've got to win one-on-one, as you said, against some of the top offensive skill players in the league. But I also feel like there's a lot on the shoulders of this defensive coordinator. Can you change up coverages, change up looks, make it difficult pre- and post-snap, not only on these wide receivers and skill players, but also on the guy with the ball in his hand, calling the shots, playing quarterback.
Throwing to start. Here's Dart. Off-balance throw. Incomplete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here is Dart. This one into the hands of Marshall. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Stouts. Tyler Loop now for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
Browns have it. Tyler Loop set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Allen gonna throw to get things going. Going for it all. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. A throw right side is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 31-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 19 tight.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. Forced to his right. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Browns 7-yard line.
Buffalo 80.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal.
70s, get up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Eric Dickerson. Touchdown, Cowboys. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first down, Allen. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, a little predictable there. You feel like you just gave up points, and the first thing you want to do is you just want to answer back, and you try to get it all in one play. Nice job by the defensive coordinator, understanding the deep shot was coming, having the right call there. So offensively, just take what's there. You're not going to get all those points back in one play. Take your time, take what's there, sustain the drive.
It is a big play for the Browns. 37 yards. Set to go now on first and 10.
Set up, go.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's in! Eric Dickerson. Touchdown, Browns.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set. 19.
They'll begin here on the ground. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give them 6 on that play. From the 41, here's second down and 4. One quarter in the books. 14-7 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They have it. Second and 4 coming up.
Ready, break.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go, set.
Out of shotgun. It's Dart moving to his right. Now he'll run it. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He's got it at the 7. And he will get into the end zone. Vernon Davis. Touchdown, Dallas. The extra point, up and good. Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check out.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now, Allen. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Back to 60. Back. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. It's Allen. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now brings up 4th down.
Turnover on down.
Buffalo 18. Set. Buffalo 80. 19 Lions. Warriors 70. 18 Rockets.
On 1st down, Dart. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target.
Now 2nd and 10.
And that will lead to a 2nd down.
65. Ready. 19. 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers. 7 Cowboys.
Handoff here, up the middle, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go. Set. Cut 19. 60 Bicep. 18 Pioneer.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Throwing on the run, it's behind his man, and it's incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Tyler Loop now to try the field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. That one is good. And the Cowboys will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Tyler Loop.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
It's a stadium so big, you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little jawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game, right? Any edge that you could create. But now, well, now it's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know that both sides are ready to go.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Allen. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Dump off to his fullback. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not...
Oh, my! They're faking it on their opening drive! And they'll bring him down, but not before the fake gets them a 1st down.
That's just a great job by the special teams unit to see an opportunity and go take advantage of it, get another set of downs. And really the key to all of that, Kate, is you got to sell it. And they do. They sell it beautifully. Defense not prepared for it at all.
This is hauled in by T. Higgins. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And the Browns first down.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. First and 10. Here's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Second and 3 now. Throwing here, Allen. Has it at the 7. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
The QB keeping this option on first and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Browns finish up an excellent opening series. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1. More times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. On the return, here comes Austin. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. They're working a couple yards past the line. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. From the gun is Prescott. Austin makes the grab downfield. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. First down, here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
From the gun, here's a handoff. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Kid, I'll give some credit to the defense there. Limited the gain to the outside, contained him for minimal yardage. But it was going to be tough to stop him from getting a first down as close as they were to the sticks.
They'll run here on first down. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. We are absolutely sprinting through this game, already through one quarter. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive.
Yeah, here we go.
They do snap it. Here's Prescott. Moss finds the football, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. So they hit him for 5 yards on 4th down, and they get the successful conversion.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Finds the in route, complete. And this one does not go far. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 21-yard line.
Going to 53.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now it's Prescott again. Short pass brought in. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. The handoff on 3rd and short. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
From the pistol, Smith. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Man in motion here. They give here to the motion man. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys earn the chance to tie it before halftime. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Throw complete to Juszczyk. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Allen on 3rd and short. Right side cut by Higgins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. First down now, ball at the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Let's go now.
He'll throw it. He lofts it deep right side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Prescott here from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
The coverage by
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
47.
Prescott on first and 10. Finds Smith here underneath. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Hey, 47. Everyone, kill. 26.
Jack throwing again. Out left, Lamb makes the ground. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, kill. Yeah, there we go. Hey, take 26.
Throwing again, Prescott. Cut out left. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Toss play, short side. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Working quickly here.
Brings up second and 5 at the 26.
Looking from the gun, it's Allen. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Browns first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Cowboys take over first and
The line
10.
come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up. Dak now from the gun. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly down at the 32-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Blown back gets the handoff. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Brought down by Nolan Smith. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Cowboys who have it with the lead, but the win not secure just yet. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Going to 54. Yeah. Here we go, 47. Here we go, kill.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. On the move, headed right. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Back to throw it. That's Lamb running slant. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. It's 44 yards here from the left half. Aubrey puts it through. And that will push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters. Those are the moments they live for.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Rolling out to his left. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. It's crunch time now, baby. 2-score game, just 2 timeouts, plus, of course, that 2-minute warning. Play action now with Allen. This is a heater going deep. Into a crowd, and intercepted. And the Cowboys have it and will take over at the 17-yard line. Continued excellence from this defense as they force another interception, Brock, and now a little chance at some redemption for their offense. Had to settle for a field goal after that last pick. Now they get a chance at a touchdown once again.
Yeah, and we know this, Kate. We know the turnover margin in these games is so often the dictator, but when you add points off those turnovers and takeaways, well, you opted in on the winning ledger more times than not.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys with a 10-point advantage. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Like that.
Dak to the air here. Screen here for Smith. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that'll be good for Dallas. First down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
On 1st down, they'll run. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. To the 25.